What is up, Halo fans? I am here just to show a little progress on this statue you might have seen a billion times. I kind of finally got the base started. Well, I mean, I did before, but as you can see, now it's covered. It was 4 pieces, and then that centerpiece that's supposed to be lit, but even though I ordered lights for it, I have a bad feeling it's not going to work out the way I wanted to, which is still okay. I don't mind not lighting it. And it doesn't matter if it sits even because this stuff is going to go on it anyway. It's supposed to be like a sand, as you can see why. So it's going to like make its way onto it. So as long as it's raised just a little bit, it doesn't have to be perfect. Probably will be a sand at all the edges. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but this is kind of how it's going to look when it's laid out at the end. The little minions by the cannon. I was gonna have them up here, but I figured why not have them by the cannon? Maybe I'll move the cannon down to the front and put. I could put a flag in the corner. I'm not sure if I want to do all that. Maybe we'll see. Or if I can find like some rocks in the corner, like big. Something decent size. Doesn't have to be much taller than they are, but something that takes up the corner. I don't want to just put like a pebble in the corner. I think I have. Oh, there's a barrel behind his leg. Those aren't. None of that stuff's painted yet. I have all the helmets pretty much done over there. I need to get some white decals still for 3 of the helmets because they're black helmets and decals won't show up and stickers don't look right. They bend. Like they get creases, so white decal paper would be great because it gives the white backing, and then clearly it shows up on a black helmet. Man, that thing is, I have to say, I think this is my favorite part. The way this came out with the brown wash over it. I mean, it really is cool, and the fact that it opened is cooler. Open. I don't want the statue to fall. Anyway, it's not magnetized down, and it's not even glued together, so that those two things are bad. But I think I'm going to glue it together, at least the bottom part, so it's more stable. There's no reason not to. I don't know, I'm happy with it. This thing's been painted a long time. It's just very complex, and it's time for it to move along to the owner. I just need to get this base. Probably this stuff takes like 6 hours to dry on a thin coat, and it hasn't even been that long. So I'll probably do tomorrow. Well, actually, before I put the next coat tomorrow, I'm gonna get that centerpiece where it's gonna be. Not 100% sure how I'm gonna do that. I mean, I have a good idea. I just have to raise it up a little bit. I have some thin pieces of stuff around here somewhere that I can glue in. Once I glue it in, and then put glue on the sides of this, so when I push it, like when I'm happy where it sits, then I'll put it back in and glue it. It is bent a little bit. You can see it's lower on one side. This plastic stuff, some of it times doesn't stay flat. I don't know what's the problem. It's kind of cheap the way that happens. Even my resin, the little pole thing I made for, I'm about to make another one. But still, it looks cool. I can't wait to paint the little minions and all that shit. And get this thing out. Still got to do the decal on his helmet, which that's fine. I already have this sized out, just waiting. I might as well. I could have printed it when I did the helmets. I didn't think of it, but because it doesn't need to be on white, because it is white. But sorry, you had to see my bathroom. But there's Skeletor's like, yeah. So that's one thing I wanted to show. It's what this actually is. I'm gonna have to sand this, and then the next layer, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sculpting, not much, but then the final areas I'm gonna have to do a little sculpting by hand for around the chest. I should have printed that chest like cut, so it looked like it was in the ground, but it really wouldn't have been a good idea. I don't know. I couldn't think of where it had to be cut. Plus, I need to fit the stuff I need to fit in there. It takes up a lot of the room in there. It just wouldn't look normal if I did that because they actually are as wide as the chest. Actually, there is one element that's so simple to paint. It's like 1 second, not 1 second, but easy. I still can't get one without paying like $50, and that's not happening. I found a cheap one, but it's so cheap. But I'm thinking I may have to use it. So, oh well. Still love the statue. Hate to see it go, but it will be gone. I'm hoping before Christmas. That would be a great idea if I can get it to that person, and they can be like, "Oh, it's for Christmas," even though it's not. So, all right. So I wanted to show progress on this statue. Oy, excuse me. This is the one of the chief and the weapon. Oh, I may or may not put that on his hip. I don't know if I'm gonna. It might be a distraction, but now I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll never paint another one of her again. This paint job is so shitty right now that I hate to even show it. Her face, there's something, I don't know what it was. It's not paint, I don't think, but it's like bumpy and it doesn't look right. It's something, I have to sand it. That's what I'm trying to say. So I have to fix, and like, here's what happened. I'll explain. So she's clear like this. Well, white, I mean see-through. There wasn't, that blue is paint. And so I wanted to paint it so, and then light it, but that's not going to probably be how it's going to be. She's probably not going to be lit. I might, but the light doesn't really travel through her body properly. Even when she was clear, I had her on top of this LED, and even now if I put her there, it's not great. It's just not great. I would have had to like not paint her back and then put a light in her back, a couple of them. I'm not going to, that would be stupid. So, even if she's not lit, or even if I put a white light under her, it's still cool. Even if I put a white and a blue, anything to like put like a light on her would be nice. We'll see. I'm probably gonna test the lights just to see how they look. If they don't do shit, I'm just gonna, that's why I made extra discs that she's standing on. Because if they don't do anything, I'll just put her on a solid disc, and I can light the disc as she's, what I'll do is I'll frost the disc, and then the disc will just be like one big, you understand what I'm saying, what frost does to the light. It just diffuses it, so she'll just look like she's standing on a lit up table, but she's not really lit. So this is what it's gonna look like, by the way. He's a 1/5 scale, so he's like a little over 17 inches tall. He actually hunches over in this pose a little bit, so he's a little front heavy, and he's actually probably a little bit shorter than a fifth scale should be. Not because he's out of scale, it's because he's like leaning forward, like he's not standing up straight really. So, but I mean, from here she looks great, but if I zoom in, you'll see what I'm talking about. She has issues, especially on her face. Now, the reason why the paint looks so shitty is because when I did the light color, she was clear at the time, and I could not fucking see for shit. I had my goggles on, and I had to keep turning her, and then I'm like, oh, there's the line. Like, it was very difficult to see what I was doing, because it's clear resin. So then after I put the light color on, I was like, it was so much easier to put that dark blue on. And then I could say, now I'm like, oh man, I can see all the spots. I need to fix the the lighter color. So I was doing both of them afterwards, but it's too late. I'll finish it, and I'll finish it maybe, I don't even know if it'll be tomorrow. But you can see, I mean, it's not the worst. It's got its issues like around here. But that's only because, like I said, at the time, I couldn't see what the fuck I was doing, and I haven't gone back to every part yet. Her face I'm really pissed off about, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus mostly on her eyes, because that's really what gives the life to a figure, are those eyes. If they're not right, I don't give a fuck how good the rest is. So I don't even know if I can, because in her reference for her, I looked at tons of them. It's almost impossible. It really is, because she's see-through, and you're trying to blend two blues that are made of light, and it's like, her shadows are made of darker blue. So what I'm going to do probably is I'm going to take that light color that you see, and I'm going to throw like a half a drop of black in it, and just mix a little tiny bit. I mean, I'm talking about a small amount, and see how it fades, so I can add a little depth to her face, which is what you would want to do. It's just, she's not a person per se, so it's not the same as doing flesh, which is already hard enough. I'm not even good at that. So I'll see what happens. If as long as there's like a little slight darkness around the like the shape of her face, maybe on her cheek, and I can do the high area, like feather the high area with like a light watered down, just like a very thin watered down coat of it. You know what I'm saying? Just to give it a little bit of depth. I think she'll look good. I mean, her normal, like I will say this, her shadows are actually, because she's so big, you don't really have to do much. She literally has her own shadows, which is great. But people still paint them on, which is fantastic. I'm just not really great at it. And that's really the problem with this model, is the face. But I really need to sand it. I don't know what happened. It's not, you can see it. She looks like a zombie or something. But I mean, you know what? Like, more than I look at it, it's really like not much to fix. It looks worse on the phone than it does in person. But once I get in there tomorrow, now that I can see all the lines, I'll be able to crisp up a lot of the lines, and I think it'll look a lot better. She just looks shitty right now. Very, very tiny, and there's a lot of things I can't do. Like, there's some areas that are dark, and they have like these lines that she's made up of. If you ever go look at her, they're so small. There is no brush unless it has one hair. They're like the size of one brush hair. And look at them. If I can even find, like, look at them. And you see, I got them white, but there's dark blue. That's just because I didn't know where the line was, so I had to go and fix it. But tomorrow, or when I do work on it, all those lines will be crisp. So have no fear. Don't be judging me or I'll fucking be mad. I'm kidding, but yeah, so like all those, like they're in her ankle, I can fix that easy with the dark blue. I'm not doing it now. But I wanted to show her because, you know, even from right here, she looks amazing. I think so. I just want to give a look at what it's going to be, and that's just the teeth in her. Maybe I don't have the right stand from the game, but it's kind of like when you're doing the sequences and you're just going from the 4 things, and he has to put her down, and he's like standing behind her as she's getting the code. It's just something different than all my other statues that I make. I thought it was cool. Will I ever make another one? I mean, I don't plan to, unless I really have nothing to do and I was making one to keep in stock. But I mean, I would see if somebody buys this or not. I mean, it's fucking badass in general. I mean, it really is. Where are you gonna find something this cool for the fucking Halo Infinite? Nobody's ever gonna make this but me. And if I don't light her up, I'm probably not gonna use this stand. I'll get a shorter one. And be done with it. You know, there's no it just needs to be like as little. Even the stand top is probably big enough, but it doesn't really feel right. It needs to be like maybe this big, but one piece. You know what I'm saying? This statue stand, but one piece, because it needs to be a little sturdy for these. This guy's humongous, so maybe like this tall. You know, I'll do something. Especially considering the cost of this statue. I know nobody wants to fucking hear the price, but this statue is gonna be probably like somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Not being a dick, this is a lot of work, and you know, my work is worth it in my opinion. So I mean, look at this statue, she's beautiful. So he's not even done yet, and she will be awesome. She looks cool now. I mean, I think I was really scared when I started doing it, and I'm happy. I could probably just use the gray version now. It really all depends on how the light hits it. We'll see when the lights come tomorrow or something. We'll move along with this and see what happens. And I appreciate you watching. And who knows, maybe I'll put a light in this thing instead. I could do that. So, all right, peace. Don't forget to like, follow, and share with everybody so more people see it, and donate. Please. Thank you. Peace.